All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into free traffic.
Okay.
Specifically, we're looking at Google and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of the big players when it comes to free traffic these days.
Gotcha.
And you sent this over to me. It's called Affiliate Tube Success Academy.
Okay.
It's by this guy, Paul Murphy.
Okay.
And he makes some pretty bold claims, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
Like right off the bat, he's saying that he's got this system that can get you on the front page of Google and YouTube for free.
Wow.
So no ads or anything like that.
So this is all organic.
Yeah, all organic traffic.
Right.
So obviously that's like the holy grail for anyone doing business online.
Right. You don't be spending all your money on ads.
Yeah, exactly. And who does?
Right.
So, but is it actually possible?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Like, is this guy for real or what?
Well, I mean, we're going to have to dig into that.
Yeah, let's dig into
And
it.
see if these claims actually hold up.
Okay, so he outlines this 5-step system, and he makes it sound so simple.
Yeah.
Like, step 1 is the copy and paste Google ranking system.
Okay.
Now, how much can you actually copy and paste when it comes to Google rankings?
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Like, is this just some kind of gimmick?
Yeah, exactly.
Or is there something more to it?
So then step 2 is the winning product finder formula.
Okay. So this is all about choosing the right product to promote.
Right. So if you're doing affiliate marketing, this is a big deal.
Yeah. Finding that winning product can make or break your business.
Absolutely. So he's saying he's got this formula that can help you find these these golden nuggets that are just waiting to be discovered.
So you're saying he can just tell you what to promote and you'll make money?
Well, that's what he's implying.
I don't know about that.
But it's skeptical.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it's intriguing.
It is definitely intriguing.
Okay, so step 3 is called the 50% conversion secret.
50% conversion rate.
50%, that's a big number.
That is huge. Like, if you can actually get half of the people who visit your site to buy something,
I know.
you're doing pretty well.
You're doing something, right?
So what's the secret?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to know. What's the secret sauce?
Right.
Step 4 is called Google Ranking Secrets.
Okay, so he's talking about SEO here.
Yeah, so search engine optimization.
But he's making it sound like he's got these, like, insider secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's figured out something that nobody else knows.
Well, Google's algorithms are always changing, so
Right.
it's hard to keep up.
That's true.
But maybe he's onto something.
Yeah, maybe he's cracked the code.
We'll have to see.
Okay, and then step 5 is evergreen traffic secrets.
Evergreen traffic.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of traffic that just keeps coming.
Yeah, for years and
You
years.
don't have to constantly be creating new content.
Exactly. It's like passive income,
Right.
but for traffic.
Okay, so he's promising a lot here.
Yeah, he is. And I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit excited to see what this is all about.
Me too. I'm always up for learning new strategies.
Yeah, so let's dive into this methodology
Right.
and see if this Affiliate Tube Success Academy is the real deal.
Let's do it.
All right, so one thing that Murphy really emphasizes
Okay.
is the power of video content.
Right.
He says that Google loves video.
More than anything else.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so why is that?
Well, I think it's because videos are just more engaging
Yeah.
than text. I mean, think about it when you're scrolling through Google
Mhm.
and you see a video thumbnail.
Right.
Are you more likely to click on that
Oh, absolutely.
or a link to a website?
A video every time.
It's just more appealing.
Yeah, it's more visually stimulating.
And it gives you a better sense of what you're going to get.
Right, you can kind of preview the content before you commit to clicking.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense that Google would favor video.
Yeah, they want people to have a good experience.
Right.
And video is just a more enjoyable way to consume content.
Absolutely. And they own YouTube.
That's true.
So it's in their best interest to promote video content.
Makes sense.
So we're seeing a lot of video results in the search results these days.
Yeah, and I think that's only going to continue.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, the thing is, it's not enough to just create any old video.
Right, it can't just be some random footer.
There has to be high quality.
It has to be engaging.
And it has to be optimized for search.
Yeah, if you want people to actually find it.
Exactly. So that's where Murphy claims to have the secret sauce.
Okay, so tell me about this secret sauce.
He calls it the power of 3 technique.
Power of 3.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
And he's a little vague on the details,
Of course he is.
but he does say that it's about creating videos
Yeah.
that convert
Okay.
without being salesy.
So how do you do that?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
Right.
But based on what he's saying,
Yeah.
I think it's about providing genuine value to the viewer.
Yeah.
Like he says something like,
Yeah.
if Google was a person, they'd be inviting us to their wedding because our content is just that good.
Okay, I get it.
Like, we're giving them a gift.
Right, it's valuable content,
Exactly.
not just some sales pitch.
Right, so no sleazy salesman vibes allowed.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So he talks about building trust with the audience,
Mm-hmm.
positioning yourself as an expert,
Okay.
and ultimately letting the value of your content speak for itself.
So it's about providing value first,
Yeah.
and then the sales will come naturally.
Exactly. It's like that old saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day.
Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm starting to get a sense of this power of three thing.
Yeah, me too.
It's about creating valuable content, building trust with your audience, and then letting the sales happen organically.
Exactly.
It's a long-term strategy.
It is.
It's not about those quick wins.
Right. It's about building a sustainable business.
Yeah, one that's built on a foundation of trust and value.
I like it. All right. So we've talked about the power of video and this power of three technique.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about something that always makes me a little bit skeptical.
What's that?
Testimonials.
Oh, yeah.
So Murphy's got a bunch of testimonials on his website
Of course he does.
from students who've had amazing results with his system. They're talking about ranking for super competitive keywords, making tons of money.
Okay.
But how much weight should we really give these testimonials?
Yeah, that's the question.
Like, are these just cherry-picked examples?
I mean, you have to wonder.
Right.
Like, are these people just outliers?
Exactly. Or did they have some kind of advantage that we don't know about?
Right. Maybe they had prior experience.
Yeah, maybe they had a big social media following already.
Got a ton of money to invest.
Right.
So we have to take these testimonials with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I think that's always a good rule of thumb.
Agreed.
Okay, so we've got the promises, we've got the methodology,
Right.
and we've got the testimonials.
Okay.
But there's one more thing I want to talk about before we wrap up this part of the deep dive.
All right. What's that?
It's this idea that Murphy keeps coming back to about white hat versus black hat SEO.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Yeah, it is.
So what's he saying about that?
Well, he's very adamant that his system is 100% white hat.
Okay, so he's playing by Google's rules.
Yeah, exactly. He's not trying to trick the system.
Which is good because you don't want to get penalized by Google.
No, you don't.
And it's better for your business in the long run.
Absolutely. So he's all about creating valuable content
Right.
that Google will naturally want to rank.
Because it's relevant and helpful to users.
Exactly.
So no keyword stuffing.
No buying backlinks.
No shady tactics.
Nope, just good old-fashioned hard work.
And ethical SEO.
Right.
Okay, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, I think it's a really important point to emphasize because there are a lot of so-called gurus out there
Oh, yeah.
who are teaching these black hat techniques.
Right. They promise you quick results. Yeah. But it's all smoke and mirrors.
And it can really backfire.
Oh, absolutely.
So I appreciate that Murphy is taking a more ethical approach.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I think that's a good place to stop for now.
All right.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But there's still so much more to explore.
Yeah, we've only scratched the surface.
Exactly. So stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive.
Can't wait.
Where we'll be digging even deeper into the specifics of Murphy's system.
Awesome.
And trying to answer the big question.
What's that?
Does it actually work?
Okay, I'm hooked.
Me too.
Welcome back.
So last time we were talking about those testimonials and how we should take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I mean, they're always going to highlight the best case scenarios.
Exactly. It's marketing 101.
Right.
But there's one specific testimonial that I wanted to cut back to.
Which one?
It was the one about the pilot.
Oh, yeah, the guy who's ranking videos while he's flying planes.
Yeah, that one.
That's pretty impressive.
I know, right? Like, how does he even have time to do that?
Right. You'd think he'd be a little busy, you know?
Exactly, like landing planes and stuff.
Yeah. But hey, maybe that's the secret to success.
Maybe we should all become pilots.
Yeah, just multitask our way to the top of Google.
Exactly.
But seriously, though, that testimonial does highlight something important.
What's that?
It shows that this system can be applied.
Okay.
Even if you have a busy schedule.
Right, like if a pilot can find time to do this, then anyone can.
Exactly. It's all about prioritizing.
And being efficient with your time.
Right. And finding those little pockets of time.
Yeah, like when you're cruising at 30,000 feet.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the pilot.
Yeah.
Now, there was another testimonial that I wanted to mention.
Which one?
It was the one about the student.
Oh, yeah, the one who outranked all the big players.
Yeah, in that ClickFunnels launch.
Right. That was a competitive niche.
Super competitive.
And she managed to come out on top.
I know, it's pretty incredible.
It is.
But it also raises some questions. Like, what, was it really just Murphy's system that did that?
Right.
Yeah.
Or were there other factors involved?
Yeah, maybe she had some prior experience.
Maybe she had a big email list already.
Or a ton of money to invest in ads.
Right. We don't know the full story.
So again, we have to be careful about taking these testimonials at face value.
Agreed. It's always good to be a little skeptical.
Right.
And to do your own research.
Yeah, don't just blindly follow someone's advice.
Especially when they're trying to sell you something.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the testimonials.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the importance of being skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's dive into some of the specific strategies.
All right, let's do it.
That Murphy outlines in his program.
So one of the things he talks about
Right.
is creating evergreen content.
Evergreen content.
Yeah, so that's content that's basically timeless.
Right. It's always relevant.
It doesn't go out of date.
Okay, so what are some examples of evergreen content?
Well, let's say you're in the fitness niche.
Okay.
You could create a video about the proper form for squats or how to do a push-up.
Right. Those are things that people are always going to be searching for.
Exactly, because the fundamentals of fitness don't really change.
Yeah, even though the trends might come and go.
Right. So those videos could potentially rank for years and years.
And bring you a steady stream of traffic.
Exactly. And the best part is you only have to create the content once.
Right. It's like an investment that keeps paying dividends.
Yeah, but even with evergreen content,
Yeah.
you still have to keep it updated.
Right.
Make sure it's fresh.
And that it's still aligned with Google's algorithm.
Exactly, because Google is constantly changing things.
Yeah, they're always tweaking the algorithm.
So you can't just set it and forget it.
Right, you have to stay on top of things.
Okay, so evergreen content is a great strategy.
Yeah, if you do it right.
But it's not a magic bullet.
Right. It still takes work.
And it's not going to make you rich overnight.
No, but it can definitely help you build a sustainable business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what else does Murphy talk about?
Well, he also talks about this idea of leveraging video to build authority.
So becoming an authority in your niche.
Yeah.
And how do you do that through video?
Well, by creating high-quality videos that provide value to your audience.
Right.
And that show that you know what you're talking about.
So you're establishing yourself as an expert.
Exactly.
Okay, and once you've built that authority, what do you do with it?
Well, you can use it to promote products, services, or even your own brand.
So it's all about building trust.
Yeah.
And then leveraging that trust to make sales.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this all fits together.
Yeah, me too.
It's about creating valuable content, building authority, and then using that authority to drive traffic and sales.
Exactly.
It's a smart strategy.
It is.
But it's not easy.
Great. It takes work.
And it takes time.
But if you're willing to put in the effort, it can definitely pay off.
Okay, so we're getting close to the end of our deep dive here.
We are.
What are your final thoughts on Murphy's system?
Well, I think it's a solid system.
Okay.
It's based on sound principles. And it has the potential to generate real results.
Right.
But it's not a magic bullet.
Yeah.
It's not going to do the work for you.
You still have to put in the effort.
Exactly.
And you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Because success doesn't happen overnight.
No, it doesn't.
But if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to be patient, then I think Murphy's system can definitely help you achieve your goals.
I agree.
All right. So that wraps up our deep dive.
It does.
Thanks for joining me.
It was my pleasure.
And remember, there's no shortcut to success.
Nope.
But there are definitely strategies that can help you get there faster.
And Murphy's system is one of them.
So if you're looking for a way to generate free traffic and you're willing to put in the work, then I think this is definitely worth checking out.
I agree.
All right. That's all for today, folks.
Thanks for listening. Okay, so we've talked about the promises, the methodology, the testimonials, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the big question is...
Does it work?
Yeah, does this thing actually deliver?
Right.
And to answer that question, we have to look at the results.
Right. The proof is in the pudding.
Exactly. So Murphy includes a bunch of case studies on his website from students who've used his system. And the results are pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about people who are making hundreds, even thousands of dollars per day.
Wow.
From free traffic.
So it's not just theory.
No, it's real people.
Real results.
Making real money.
Okay, so that's encouraging.
It is, but again, we have to be careful about taking these case studies at face value.
Right, they're always going to highlight the success story.
Exactly. But even if we take them with a grain of salt, they still suggest that this system has the potential to generate real results.
Okay, so it's not a scam.
No, I don't think so.
But it's also not a guarantee of success.
Right.
No system is.
It all comes down to the individual.
Yeah, their work ethic, their dedication, their willingness to learn.
Exactly.
So if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, this is not it.
This is about building a sustainable business over the long term.
And it takes work.
It does, but the rewards can be huge.
Absolutely.
So what's the final verdict?
Well, I think if you're serious about generating free traffic and you're willing to put in the work, then this is definitely worth checking out.
I agree.
I mean, the potential upside is huge.
It is.
And even if you don't achieve the same level of success as some of Murthy's students, you're still going to learn a ton about online marketing.
And you're going to build a valuable skill set.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're recommending this then.
I am, yeah.
All right, I'm convinced.
Me too. So what should people do if they're interested in learning more?
Well, the best place to start is Murphy's website.
Okay.
He's got a ton of free information there.
So you can kind of get a feel for his approach.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you're ready to take the next step, you can sign up for his program.
All right, well, that's all for today, folks.
Thanks for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into free traffic.
And we'll see you next time.